What up, my murder? Hogwarts Legacy brought up some good points that we felt need to be made regarding in-game loot and why randomizing it is an awful idea. For starters, it takes forever to find the cosmetics you actually want, so instead you're stuck wearing goofy ass looking armor, in this case clothes and robes and first year caps, until you just happen upon something that looks half decent. It's possible you could very well never find the cosmetics that you look good to you, reducing your overall enjoyment of the game, practically anti-creator, because it prevents us from making content on how to reach specific pieces and also makes our content unintentionally misleading. For instance, when streaming the game for the first time, we may come across something really cool in our playthrough in a specific spot. Let's even go so far as to say the deciding factor for someone who was looking to play the game but wasn't quite convinced until we found that item. So they buy the game, get through to that point, and get completely different loot than expected. That person's first thought probably isn't going to be that the game's loot is randomized, since it's not very common anymore, and is instead going to assume that the person who created the content edited it to make it look like they got a cool piece of loot where they didn't. Aside from that, there's potential for something that is meant for extremely late game to drop at the start of the game, be it cosmetics or loot quality. In this case, the loot scales with you, so if you loot something that has potential to have the highest rating of gear late game in the early game, then it won't. I mean, imagine if you could randomly obtain endgame or legendary weapons in games like Dark Souls or Elden Ring in early game. It would pretty much ruin the game progression, wouldn't it? One could very easily find themselves running around with outdated equipment for an extended period of time and impeding their progress and enjoyment of the game as well. Not to mention, if some of the loot bugs out, as games are prone to have happen, and this one a lot, then you'll never know what piece was in there that you're missing or if you can get it somewhere else. A lot of times with Hogwarts Legacy, if you tried to loot a chest with your inventory already full, the chest you were trying to loot would not allow you to loot it again, but you won't have gotten the piece out of it. This doesn't happen every time, but it happened enough to get frustrating. We're unaware if there's a way to fix this, but removing the quote-unquote limit on your inventory probably would have been the best route for this game regarding that, so that it never happens. Because having an inventory limit in a game with a magical bag that can suck wild animals into it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Because they don't know what's going on. Being sucked into a goddamn bag. I mean, let's be real here. There are plenty of examples in the movies as to why this makes zero sense, let alone the other functions of the game.
Hello, Freddie.
Undetectable extension charm.
You're amazing, you are.
If it weren't for this, we would have loved the game even more than we did despite these obvious flaws, and was about the only thing we had to complain about, but felt compelled enough by the issue to make this video covering why games should never do this. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to check out our gameplay series on Hogwarts starting this Wednesday.